What's poppin'? We are here, VegasLife Radio. My name is Chris Cash.
Myself, DJ G-Kid.
And we got a special guest in the building.
Hey guys, my name is AmiDayne.
All right,
AmiDayne in the building.
Cheers. All right, VegasLife Radio. This is the first mix show podcast to hit the ground running. You feel me?
Radio style.
Yeah, so the first half of the show, we do it radio style. Music, mixes. We got artist drops. We play the newest music. We just get it pop. It's like pow, 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 pow. You know what I'm saying?
Is it pow, pow, pow?
Pow, 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 pow.
A lot of pow pows.
And then the second half, we do like more like the traditional podcast setup where we could just, chop it up and, talk about this Vegas life. So VegasLife Radio is about our lifestyle in Vegas. All three of us work in the nightlife industry.
You work in the night?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
We just got introduced, y'all.
Yeah, we just met.
We just met today.
So and we also do music as well. So this podcast is about, the culture of Vegas, music, and also like, how we make our money. Because at the end of the day, I've, made a lot of money promoting these nightclubs. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
It's a mix and fusion of all that with, just our style and, swag and everything like that. And not only is AmiDayne in the nightlife industry, she is also a singer-songwriter. So what's very important for us in this space is to hang with creatives that are living this Vegas lifestyle. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
So I guess the first question is, what's the biggest, challenges you have, living this Vegas life?
Big? Yeah, that is a good one. We got a lot of vices for sure. What for you is a hard or obstacle?
I feel like my biggest obstacle is also something that I try to use as my niche and my strength. I'd say it's being a girl, like as a VIP host.
Yeah.
I work with all men, but it's also very competitive and it kind of like inspires me to work harder. But there's a lot of things that I can use to my advantage that they can't, if you know what I mean. So
No, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The world is sexist for sure.
Definitely. So it's an obstacle, but sometimes it helps out for sure.
So with that, I mean, what would you say you're like, what's the benefits of being
What's
a female?
So the pros and the cons.
Yeah.
Right. So the pros, I would say, is the girl side of it. Girls feel a lot more inclined to feel comfortable talking to me, coming out with me. So it's a little bit easier for me to get that side of it.
Right.
I'd say the cons of it are men like to talk to men when it comes to money. So
Right.
a lot of the time. But,
Factual.
when they put me in that little tennis skirt and they got me running around the beach club.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Eventually they come up to you, so.
Yeah, no, because definitely you're a female, so females like to talk to females, and connect more with females. But then it's like you're surrounded by a bunch of guys as far as your peers and other promoters and stuff like that. So it's like you feel like kind of like an outsider type, like not outsider, but like.
You definitely gotta know how to hang with the boys.
Exactly.
Sometimes you gotta close your ears to certain things, but oftentimes like they keep it pretty good around me.
Right.
Yo, nah, it's true, man. You gotta have the ability to like move around and be like a chameleon a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you made a good observation on that point, because if you can't be sensitive in this world, for sure,
right.
You gotta have some thick skin. So for sure.
Well, let me ask you this: what got you started, and are you from Vegas or?
I'm actually originally from the Reno Tahoe area.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I moved out here in like 2019, and then I actually auditioned originally at Stadium Swim.
Okay.
I was a VIP host over there, and then I actually got interviewed for Elia this season, so I went over there. But it's definitely been different. Elia Beach Club is a lot more like active in the industry than Stadium Swim. So the host outings.
Yeah,
I know a lot of guys over there
it's
too.
It's almost like working like doubles. Like you go to the beach club and then you're like supposed to go out at night.
Oh my God. Yeah.
We live at the clubs, yo.
Yeah. No, because he's still in the industry.
I'm still in it.
I used to be in the industry, and to me it was 24/7. It was constant going out. you gotta go out and pre-list. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta go out, and then you gotta constantly be in the scene and constantly networking, and then all it eventually, you know what I'm saying? It all, you know, you benefit from it. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But you just gotta really be into the scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are the what would you say? We talked about the benefits, but what are the challenges, I guess? Or how about this? What are some tactics you use to be, you know, successful at promoting and getting people to the club? Like what's
Personally, for me as a girl, it's really easy for me to use social media.
Okay.
But definitely, like when we go out, I use the advantage of like being a girl at the club. Like
Right.
if I walk up to the bar to, you know, go get a drink, oftentimes guys are gonna come up to me and be like, "Hey, what are you doing this weekend?"
Right.
Yada yada yada. I'm like, "No, what are you doing this weekend?"
Exactly. That's the best part.
Yeah.
That's so dope. Yeah.
Like let me book you. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. So and that's the reason why I was like kind of so like, you know, attracted to this lifestyle and everything, like, cause like it's partying, we're hanging out, having a good time, and yeah, that's fun. But at the end of the day, we're making money, so we're hustling. You know what I'm saying? Like anything that involves like hustling to me is just like I'm just so like, oh, that's so dope. Yeah, I'm out here turning up, but I'm really trying to get money. Like you know what I mean? So yeah, I really like that. You know what I'm saying, that scenario. And I guess a benefit or a tip from me is, to me, it's really all about energy, ain't it? Like when you're out there promoting, like it's really all about energy, because like some days like I'd go out on the strip and I'd just be like, whatever, like, or whatever the reason the fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like not feeling.
Especially when it's 100 and
Yeah. I don't feel.
I mean, 110 like today is 108.
Right.
109. I mean that alone, the sun is gonna drain your energy.
Right.
You know what I'm
And then
saying?
you guys are like, hey, you wanna go to the club? No.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, fuck, like, what the- and then you're just like, damn, bro, like nobody's fucking with me, like the hell.
Yeah.
But then like as I, you know, progress and stuff, I was like, it's just all about energy. Like I could literally say anything, as long as the energy's good. I could be like, habla hoobla, habla blah blah blah. Like, oh, you wanna go to the club? Like, yeah, sure. Like your energy's cool. All right, cool. Let's go.
I feel like it's also about like your mindset. Like I feel like in the industry you can take this job because it's so flexible and you have so many connections.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so useful for people like in the music industry. Like you can work the weekends and then during the week you can focus on what you want to, you know. Right.
So
that's nice.
Yeah, so I'm glad you said music. So as a singer songwriter and as an independent artist coming up, what do you feel like the challenges are?
I mean, you know, just kind of finding what I want to be my sound authentically, I feel like I'm always constantly working on that, but I feel like the more you put yourself out there, the closer you get. I know there's like a lot of open mics out here that a lot of people do. I try to do one at least like once a week or like 3 times a month, you know, something like that, just to like get comfortable. You know, putting myself out there, my music out there.
So, well, how would you describe your music, or like what's your sound as of now, and what do you represent?
I would say it's like alternative R&B, like pop kind of sounds. Depends. Like my older music was more on the pop side, but the older I've gotten, it's gotten more like alternative R&B.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 22.
22. Okay, so being 22, growing up, what was your, I would say, idols or inspiration, like that broke you out into that? Oh, I want to do that. I want to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I actually used to be like a really big band and choir nerd when I was like a kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when I was like in middle school, I did all that band stuff. I was a saxophone player. Yeah, and then high school, I was like choir all the way, like section leader, all state. I couldn't get enough of that. Like I was obsessed with it.
Wow. So music is like your passion off the rip. So you didn't really had like somebody that you idolized or had.
I mean, like when I was a little girl. I mean,
that's because I want to know.
Honestly, like because being at 22, you were like what? You were born in
2000.
Oh no, 2000. Yeah, you're right.
Whoa. So
yeah.
Let's have a shot for that. Let's
go. Just to think about that.
Baby.
Let's have a shot for that.
What were you doing in 2000, bro? Like for
you know what's funny is like a lot of people ask me that.
Fuck. I'm way old.
In 2000, we were worried about the fucking the computer shutting down because it was the whole Y2K shit. It was like, the world is about to end because 2000 the fucking computers
didn't see that struggle, bro. That's the funny part about that shit.
That's pretty dope.
Think about it.
That's pretty cool.
Think about all the kids during the whole pandemic. that won't even like know about that shit. You know what I'm saying? That were born over that time.
I know,
They're not gonna really know about that. But when we were kids, or I wouldn't say kids, we were like, we're roughly around that like 10 to, I would say most of my friends are between 10 and 15, that age range, that saw that growing up. And the same thing, a lot of kids that are like around, 10, 15, that went through the pandemic, but didn't see like the fucking Y2K shit.
Right.
And now the pandemic. So I'm just thinking like what, because you were born in 2000.
Yeah.
So when you were 10, in 2010, what was that era like? I'm thinking like, I'm trying to refer right back, because there was like, what I think is like Jay-Z, Kanye West.
Yeah.
Okay, so
50 Cent.
So so what are your artists? So basically, what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
I would say like
who was
the
your
first ones that I can like remember me like actually like damn, probably like Keisha Cole, Sierra, Missy Elliott.
Yeah,
Those songs, like there's videos of me like rapping 1-2 step with my peers. Like
that
that's
was
what the Y2K babies were like.
Yeah,
she grew up on that.
Because Sierra was like 204 or 205.
Yeah.
This is when you know hip hop is the new pop though, because you just named like 3 R&B like urban kind of style for sure.
Also, I feel like it also kind of shows how like we got to Megan Thee Stallion, City Girls, everything.
Yeah.
My generation, we genuinely started off being obsessed with Sierra, Missy Elliott, like
so
all
crazy.
those ones, like Mariah Carey, like all those people. So like immediately we were like, as soon as we saw the girl rappers, like Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Exactly.
Nicki's been doing it for a long time. Now that I think of it, man, it's just like Lil Wayne. He started when he was like damn near 15, 16 in the game.
Yeah.
So like just think about the era of music that's happened in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And you mentioned like Megan Thee Stallion. It's like, what's the last, you could say during the pandemic, you had like her and I want to say Cardi were like heavy for the last 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying? But like Sierra, dude, that makes all the sense. Because most of the times when I hear like girls, they'll be like, "Oh, I'm inspired by Madonna or whatever," and to hear that, that's so refreshing. Because most of the time you don't really hear those artists like that. So that's dope.
Yeah.
That's really dope.
And that's pretty cool for me, because I've always like was attracted to like strong, confident women and stuff like that. So for like I think we seen a video of
the new chick with
Lotto.
Lotto,
Was it with Lotto?
Lotto?
Yeah,
Or
it was Lotto and
Lakeisha,
something like
new
that.
artist Lakeisha, and it was just like she was just talking shit, like just you know what I'm saying, like bro, like, and I was I was like, yo, that's pretty cool, because like you know what I mean, like you're just out there talking your shit, because that's like the female version of what like the rappers are doing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think that involvement, or I'm saying like growth of artistry is really dope. You know what I mean? So what like other artists are you inspired by?
Or who do you listen to right now? Like what's like someone you're like, damn, I want to do a track or like a collaboration with somebody. Like if I got the opportunity to work with anybody, what I guess right now. Or
like
even in the back of the game.
Yeah, I feel like the music that I like love to listen to, obviously, like I love to listen to a lot of stuff, but the music that I write and I would love to like feature on, like I always say like, oh, I write a lot like Kehlani. I would love to hop on a Songwriter. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of stuff.
I got a story about her. I met her. This is the thing. We were working at the radio station. Yo, I swear to God, I thought she was so she came into the station, right? I thought she was just auditioning for one of the street team or whatever. Wow. I thought she was just like working. I thought she was just working, like gonna be like somebody off the strip or whatever.
Okay, what?
Did not know that was Kehlani at first. Right. I was like, yo, that's a trip. And like, you never know who you're gonna run into. You know what I'm saying? Like, but for the most part, like she's we kind of chopped it up real quick. You know what I'm saying? But like, she's definitely I've being in Vegas and working the nightlife, I got to see her again and again, you know what I'm saying? But like, she's a dope person for sure. Yeah.
And I'm glad you brought that point, because one thing about working at the radio station for myself, and also working in
he's met a lot of people
in the industry as well. It really just broke down that stigma of celebrity and stuff like that. It's like
there's people.
We're all regular. We're all regular people.
Yeah.
Like we're all regular people. Yeah. And then when you meet them, like there's just regular. It's just when you get into the what I'm saying, into the matrix. You know what I'm saying? Like and then you put out content. Like you're like heralded as something, you know what I mean, or like, oh wow, blah 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 blah. And I guess that was like the biggest jewel that I got from working at the radio station, was be able to meet these people in person, be like, oh, you're just a regular person, and then you know what I mean, you're just doing your thing. Oh, you do music.
Like, what about you? Like, who's have you run into anyone at the nightclub that's like, I'm pretty sure you get hit on all the time, but like any big artist that's like, hey, what's up, mama? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I feel like there's been a couple times where like I'll be a little bit embarrassed because at first, you know, like first off-rip reaction, a lot of times you're like
huh? What the fuck?
Yeah. But then you turn around and see who it is, you know, and you're like, oh hey, you know. But
have you had any encounters yet? Or have you
I've had a lot of like athletes, like like
I already know
especially because I used to work at Stadium Swim, so that's like a sports book. But I will say, like, one night I was in this section and somebody spilled this drink on me from behind. And I'm like, what the hell, you know? And I turned around and it's OBJ and he's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like,
you can do that here, you know what I'm saying?
I should have been like, can I have a new dress? But
yeah, motherfucker, I know you can afford it.
No, but just like stuff like that where it's like so random. Some people will like invite me in the section and somebody will be in there. I'm like, oh, hey.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But
being
like you
22,
said, they're just people. Like they just want to like hang out. You know?
They want to party, man. Especially out here. Go ahead. You had a question.
No, I didn't. Did I?
I'm just going off of just whatever.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because I just feel, you know what I'm saying, as you know, where we're at, we're just in the prime position to do whatever we want to do in life. You know what I mean? Like I've already like kind of like figured out, you know, my path and what I want to do. Let me ask you, as a 22-year-old in Vegas, what's your path, or what's your goal, or what do you see yourself doing? Because you know you're out here doing it, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's a great question. I say I always talk about like my 5-year plan. Like it's always changing, but I think it's so important to ask yourself like, what do I want in 5 years, and is what I'm doing right now aligning with that? Of course.
Yeah.
VIP hosting is nice because, like I said, it's something that I can use to fuel the other parts of my life. I'd say right now music is like the number one thing I want to go for. So that's kind of what I'm going after. I just, you know, I'm kind of new to it still. So I still have a lot of like drive left. I feel like I could really go at it, but I do always have a backup plan. So like I do like piercing, permanent makeup on the side. Like I always keep like my little side business just so I can have like my passive income and everything like that. But I think it's important to.
That is so real, man.
Yeah.
This is the funny part. I get asked all the time is, do you just do this only? That's like, and I'm like, honestly, if you live in Las Vegas, and as long as I've been here and he's been here, like everybody I've met along the way that's like a local, they usually have like 4 or 5 different hustles. Like I swear to God, you can't like I Uber, I do nails, I do this, I do that. I'm like, girl, damn, like, because like if you go to any other, you know, area of the world, you know what I'm saying, it's usually like, oh, I'm just a dentist and that's all I do, or they have like a certain career, but like here you have to do multiple hustles because it's so much money out there to be made. You know what I'm saying? So
let me add to that, because that I feel like that is what the Vegas life is, because I don't even think it's because you have to do it. Yeah, you know what? Have to. Because it's so crazy, because we get paid so much doing these. You know,
I could just do VIP hosting.
Exactly, like we get, but the thing is, we get paid so much for so little time. It's like, what else are you gonna do with your time?
You know what your time is worth.
Exactly. So I think the reason why like a lot of people have these other hustles is because like say they work at the club, they work 3 nights a week. You know what I'm saying? 3 or 4 nights a week.
Well, I would tell you this.
What are they gonna do the rest of the other nights? You know what I mean? Like
if you do it right, you can pretty much work 5 to 6 days out the week. That's if that's your like passion. Yeah. I've seen these guys that'll have like contract with other people and whatnot, but like you said, most of the time, majority of the time, if you're doing that job, you're only working a minimum of like 24 hours. And the rest of the week, you have all this time, unless you have a family. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got kids and all that stuff, that might be a little bit easier to just do certain things. But yeah, all that other time, you want to go ahead and do other hustles. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I just feel like like I was built for Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I feel like that sometimes too. Yeah.
it's because it's a hustler mentality.
Yeah.
Like it's like you can get it because at the end of the day, it's really not about the money. You know what I mean? Because because living in Vegas, we've seen people with a lot of money. Like you're miserable.
Money
as fuck.
comes and goes.
You know what I'm saying? Money comes and goes. We see people with a lot of money and they're like, bro, like you look miserable. Like what's like you know what I'm saying? And then you see like people with less money and they are fucking happy and shit. Like at the end of the day. And I didn't notice, I didn't, recognize this earlier, younger in my life. It was like, it's really just peace of mind and happiness. I'm like, when people told me that, I was like,
it's true.
I'm like, that's bullshit. I want to get money, blah, blah, blah. I want to turn on, blah, blah. And then when I got these things, I was like, damn, he was right. Like, what it is. But the hustler mentality is definitely like that Vegas. Like, it's just because I want to do something. Like, I want to just build something and make something and do dope shit because I was in this shit a very long time. And then I had to make a decision like, well, what am I going to do? And what fulfilled me most is music, creativity, creating content and stuff like that. So that's why I started Cashivelli Music. That's why we started VegasLife Radio to just kind of like be like the platform or be the, saying like where people can go and just be like, I feel you. Like let's do this. Yeah.
I will say sometimes though that mentality of like the hustler mentality, like I feel like for example I kind of got sucked up in it for a second. So like when I first moved out here, it was like I was super into the music and everything. And then as soon as I got into the nightlife industry, the money just is like. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to work so much.
It's not just about the money too, because the money can be great, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like and Chris, I'm gonna add to that because I think the thing is, it's like people get too wrapped up on it, right? Mm-hmm. So wrapped up that they kind of start losing it and losing themselves, losing money or whatever. They start going out gambling, all this other stuff that they have other vices and things like that. So I think it's all about balance at the end of the day. Balance is super important, especially if you're in the night or day life or whatever, or both or whatnot, encompassing it. Like you have to, honestly. That's why for me, still being in it and still doing the music aspect and doing the podcast, it kind of gives me a well-rounded feel to like every day. Like, what am I doing today? I'm doing this. It's breaking the monotony all the time because usually if I'm just doing promotion or hosting or whatever, dude, it gets to the point where you just like lose interest in it. And I think like I don't know for you or not, but like having that music outlet to be like, I love music, this is my passion and whatnot, I could do this and I could do the nightlife and day life world, you know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times people go in there, I just want to do this, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I would say you have the right idea. Like now, just doing the music thing and then doing the nightlife thing to break the monotony. That's good. That's definitely.
Well, I'm glad you said that. So let me tell you my story because I feel like I'm Mr. Vegas Life.
Break it down.
You know what I'm saying? Break it down because you know what I'm saying. I came into the lifestyle at 19, so I'm young and I worked at the radio station and I worked at the nightclubs, right? And just like you said, once you get into the nightlife, the Vegas life, you know what I mean? You lose touch because like now you're like around all the money, all the glamour, you're like a star without even being a star. Like you're living the lifestyle. And I ain't gonna lie, I was lost.
I know.
No, I was
Yo,
like I'm saying I was a beast. Like I'm saying like I got, you know what I'm saying, like scars on my, you know what I'm saying, like like I did it all. And this is both like hip hop and like I don't know how you would call like the club shit, like it's two different worlds because you know you got the hip hop world and you got the you know what I'm saying the other different world, and I was literally balancing both worlds at a very young age. You know what I mean? And I came to Vegas to do music, right? And then but I'm thinking like because I live the lifestyle, like I'm on. Right. But no, nigga, you still gotta do music. Like you're not doing music. I'm not doing music. I'm living. I'm turning up every night. Every night I'm fucking turning up, having fun, living the life, you know. But I'm not doing music, and I'm living this lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I got caught up in some other stuff, and then dealing with all this shit, and then it was just like I had to make a decision. Like, oh wait, you came out here to do music.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You have to remember like why.
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
wanted to do
Like
it, you know?
why are you doing it? You know what I'm saying? And then so
That is a good question.
It's so like yeah.
Let's even go from there. Why are you doing music? What is? Because a lot of times I look at other musicians. They'll say, "Oh, like this is my therapy," or "This is my way of sending out my message," or my creative genius part. You know, I'm putting it out to the universe. Why, for you, Amy?
I feel like that also ties into what you're saying. I feel like I struggled for a minute to remember that. I feel like when I got into the nightlife industry, I applied that hustler mindset to my music, and I was like, oh, well, this isn't good enough. It's not going to blow up. It's not going to go viral. You know what I'm saying? And then I had to remember, like, I'm not making my music just to have it blow up for a video on TikTok or this and that and the other, you know? Like, the music that I loved, that I actually wrote, it's because I felt something when I wrote it, and the people that listened to it felt something because of it. So I had to remember, like, that's why I write my music. I write my music because, like, I want people to feel something when they listen to it. Whether it's, like putting them in their feels or making them, like, feel better, you know?
Right.
Like,
I love that.
but I feel like it's hard. Like, when you're in the industry, you get that hustler mindset of, like, I want to make money off this track. I want to make money off this track. But that's when you make the worst music.
Yeah. I mean, I think that you got the right idea, for sure. The intent is you want to connect with the other people that can relate to what you're saying on the lyrics. Like, the same thing, like, because, like, for Chris, like, a lot of his music that I always play on there, it's really, like, his experience or something that he vibes with and people, other people can kind of connect with. So it's really, at the end of the day, it's really connected with people that are like-minded. You know what I'm saying? So if it's, like, something that's a little bit more, like, on this R&B kind of style, obviously you're going to connect with those people. And that's how you get them.
Right. And
That's really
and the one thing so crazy is because we're so surrounded by like the fake shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we're surrounded by it, so it's so easy to fall into it. But then because we're around it so much, I feel it hits. We learn about it faster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, oh,
Learn my lesson there.
you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. Like I just one thing I feel about Vegas is whatever vice or whatever shit that you're into, it'll expose the shit fast.
So fast.
Super fast, whatever it is. If you're into, you know what I'm saying, gambling, drugs, drinking,
it definitely highlights it.
No, it's just you're just exposed to it.
Like, if you're
like,
a gambler,
like,
oh my god!
like you either you can figure it out or don't.
Like, like 2 weeks ago, God, I'm gonna tell you like this. I had some homeboys that came into town. I swear to God, yo, they spent. Let's just say. Let's not put a number on it because I don't want to out nobody out. But this is money that you would like basically put a down payment on some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
absolutely. Let's just say it that way. I was like, bro. Exactly. I was like, bro, come on, leave me alone.
Well, one thing about Vegas, what helped me realize is literally money is just a number.
Yeah.
It's literally just like I didn't get that shit at first. Like it's number. Shut the fuck up. I'm broke. I need money. Like shut up. Like you know what I mean?
Right.
But what like you said, like when you see people that have money and spend like your like or just put something on the line that could change your life. You know what I'm saying? Like
so to speak. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're just like, wait, it really is because this person has this that I want so much, but they're not even they're not even happy. They're not even appreciating. They're not even, you know what I'm saying? Like so, it just made me realize like it. Really
what's important?
Like what's
really important?
Right.
Like,
and exactly. So I got a new song called Different. Right. Like so it's and the hook is like you ain't know that I made it because I did it different. Like because at the end of the day, it's like people look at me and they're like, oh, how come you didn't blow up? How come you didn't? You're saying, how come you haven't made it yet? I'm like, what are
you ain't got a million followers?
But, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got a million followers. You ain't got the car. You ain't got the blah blah. You ain't got the blah blah. And I'm like,
it's not about that.
I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm thinking, I'm like, that's weird because I don't have. I mean, the younger me, yes. I was like, if I didn't have those things, I'd feel like some type of way. I'm like, oh, I gotta get it. But then, I'm like, I don't even feel that way. Like I don't like that does not matter to me. Like that's why I say like you didn't know that I made it because I did it. I'm not out here flossing like the thing and doing this and that because that isn't important to and that's what I'm saying. Like it's just different. Like what's I'm just different. Like it's a different, you know, definition of success. You know,
Yes.
and then I had to ask myself, what's my next, thing to conquer or to be successful? And I'm really like a creative nerd. Like I love to create
Yeah.
shit. You feel me?
Hip hop nerd.
Yeah, I am. I
You
love the shit. I love it, and then I just want to create with like-minded people. So the stuff that you're saying, at at a younger age, I'm just like, I feel that. Like but at a younger age, I didn't have nobody else to like. Because I was just trying to figure it out myself. So I did these other things. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because thinking it's like what needs to be done or whatever the fuck.
Right.
And then now that I'm realizing it, like, it really is about your happiness and your creativity, and I feel every person was put here to create something dope. You know what I mean? So like, yeah.
All right, so you have your song because he mentioned about his song.
Right.
Yeah.
Different, right? It's a banger. Like
You know what?
I've been listening to this song.
I want a shot of.
Do you want a shot
of tequila?
Here we go.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
I want a shot.
As we take shots, we want to know. You got a new song, right?
It's actually old.
Old.
Yeah.
So this is what I learned.
New you, yeah.
This is what I no more motherfucker. So this is what I learned. More motherfucker, more.
You want more? Okay.
So
He said
this
he's gonna sit on it first.
so this is what I learned about and me working on the radio station and me starting VegasLife Radio and everything like that. As an artist, it's old to us. Like the song I made last month is old as fuck to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then I had just watched a Jules Santana interview on Drink Champs, right?
Yeah.
And he said, making music and putting out music is two different things.
Right.
You know what I mean? So making music is just like, just make music. That shit is old. But what we're putting out or what we're, showing the world is a whole new thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that.
So with that being said, and this is me talking as like,
Because he's an artist.
Yeah, as
Talking from the artist.
yeah, this is VegasLife Radio. So everybody in VegasLife Radio is balancing the artistic, figuring out this, music shit or entertainment shit, and living the Vegas life at the same time. So I like to just, share my experiences. So we just gotta separate what the business is. Like, hey, we're putting out music. This is my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we gotta separate our creativity and stuff like that. So it's old, but it's new to everybody else.
Right.
Putting it out now.
So now you're putting it out.
Right.
What's the name of the song?
It's called Strings.
Strings. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So this is her new record, Strings.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
No,
So make sure y'all check out Strings. Is going on. What's the record about?
Yeah.
Well, the record is basically about how how everyone says like, oh, I don't want no strings attached. I feel like it's about that, like, in between relationship where you're like friends with benefits and you're just like, I'm
That's
done
my
with this.
favorit. That's my favorite.
Yeah. I always love the blurred lines. You know what I'm saying? The lines I like, hey, what's going on? So it's about strings. So it's about so what are you saying in the record? What's your perspective on?
I'd say it's just like, me putting my foot down. Like, it's a lot of fun to be friends with benefits, but after a while, you're just kind of like, like,
that's usually there's an ultimatum at one point, right?
Right.
I guess no.
At the end.
Well, I guess
there's a time limit.
There's a time clock.
Right.
You can't be
Then I had hit
fucking
it.
for so long and not be like, what we doing?
Stringing somebody along and you're just like, I'm cutting this shit.
Yeah.
So I guess it would have to do with what's the objective of each individual of each person, because with that being said, when I was deep into this Vegas life, you know what I'm saying, like
Let's break it down.
Yeah, let's break it down. It was already in my head, like, I'm turning up, I'm a hustler, I'm getting it, whatever the fuck. I you know what I'm saying, like this is what I do, like this, you know what I mean? Because at the end of
This is what I do.
this is what it is.
this guy right here,
Cash
me.
Yeah,
It's
turning up,
man,
cash
turn up days.
because this thing was
We have
like,
so many turn up
I'm a romantic. You know what I'm saying? I am.
So you don't
But
fuck with the friends with benefits kind of thing?
it's not even that because I've
You've
only,
never had that situation?
no, because this is what it is. I've only lived this Vegas life.
Bro, you capping, bro.
He's all in or he's all out?
No.
He's
It's
capping.
it's not even that.
I know you had some like shorties in the past.
Yeah, I've had. Yes,
That
absolutely.
Like, hey,
This-
what up?
let
Come
me
over, whatever. No strings
He
attached.
said immediately
You know what I'm
yes.
saying?
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
I'm not.
But let me explain.
He's
I've
a
always
romantic
lived this
gentleman.
lifestyle.
Right.
Ever since I was 19, I've always lived this lifestyle. So let's say, you know what I'm saying, I meet new girls. I'm a promoter, so I meet new girls every
It's
fucking
different.
weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm a romantic. So and this is like the height of like. You know what I'm saying? Like everything. So every weekend I would fall in love. Like every weekend I'm like, oh my god, you're.
Imagine a different love story with it.
Yo,
I would like.
you should have so much music at that point. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But I wasn't doing music. I was turning up at the time.
Yeah.
But every weekend I would fall in love.
Turn
But
up
then
king.
guess what? She would leave.
Right.
Right.
And then I'd have to go back to work.
You
And
should make a song.
That's a good.
Collaboration.
Oh,
That's a good idea.
We're about to make a collaboration.
That's a great. That's a great.
I'm about
great
I'm
idea.
about to make
but
it
then in my head, I was like, hey, no, I'm living this life, and it can never happen. Like because every weekend. I'm meeting a new.
Also, it's like
It's a
if
new
I
one.
do get a girlfriend, I'm still gonna do this job. I'm still gonna go out every weekend.
Right.
It's
So
Exactly.
you gotta
man.
find a girl that's okay with that.
Right. So with that being
That's a whole nother.
Right.
That's a whole nother
Dating in
subject
the
matter.
industry.
So with that being
That's a
said,
whole nother-
with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I got family. You know what I'm saying? I'm a family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the girl that I'm with was my bartender. So she
Okay.
seen me
She gets it though.
exactly, and that's the reason why, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
After like the whole run, I was just like,
I'm not gonna lie.
I need to make a change. Like not make a change. I just like want to like what's next for me.
Right.
Like and then I was like, I'm ready to you know what I mean?
I'm gonna put up my player whatever
It's-
out the.
it's-
I'm done.
But the thing is,
I'm
He's
being a player.
retiring.
But the thing is, I don't even think I was a player at all. Because everybody that I never hooked up with the local. Like that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
Like if you were local, I didn't like. It was just like no, I'm not
Yeah.
ready.
You were
Like
trying to get messy.
Yeah.
exactly. Like the thing is, I'm not messy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Vegas is too small for that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Vegas is way too small.
Hey, yeah.
So my
Yeah.
so every time we like
See, but this is
every time
this
I
is
hooked
a
up-
good. That's a good thing.
no,
like
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Such
And-
a respectful.
And to me,
For everyone out there, don't do what other
Don't be
people
messy.
do.
and
Do
to
what
me,
Chris does.
and to me,
Or
it was
used to
weird because I had other promoter friends, and they were just like so stressed out. They're like, "Oh my god, bro, my girl, blah 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 blah." blah.
What
Like,
would Chris do? WW.
Yeah,
exactly.
What would Chris do in this situation?
like, it's like you just got to realize what do you want in your life. Like, you know what I'm saying? What do you want in your life? If you want to just, you know what I'm saying, mess around or blah blah. Guess what? You're a club promoter. There's gonna be a whole new batch of girls next weekend. Like,
If not, there's gonna be a girl that's just gonna cut the strings. She's like,
So
make that. See how I turned that? Like I
That was
tied
very-
that in. That's some radio talent right there.
That is very good.
Full
So with that
Full
being
circle.
said, what are you saying in the or what's your perspective and what was the guy's perspective in this song?
Is this like first person scenario thing, or is this somebody else's perspective?
Like if we're doing like a
This song based on your shit, or is this somebody
so like,
else's shit?
If I'm being completely honest,
Yes.
this was like this guy had come. Right, so he was literally stringing me along. Literally stringing me along.
Okay, who is
We won't name him because we don't want to.
We don't
Who
want
is
to
this
out
guy?
nobody,
Yeah,
But like stringing me along to the point where like he came home and met my family type shit. Right?
Oh, okay, so it's like okay.
She wrote a song about you, bro.
Right. He literally like leaves, and you know when you just know that that's like the last time, you know.
Right.
Red flags.
He like walks out the door. I closed the door, and I literally went to my room and picked up my guitar, and I was like,
Oh, inspiration right there.
Like kind of cheesy, but dead
Making
ass. Like,
hits.
Right.
Yeah.
Yo, making hits on like just being out in Vegas type vibe.
Right.
That's dope.
You know what I realized?
Instant.
You know what I realized living this Vegas lifestyle, like in other, you know what I'm saying, places, in other places, it's like guys have to really like lie.
They lie. It's a thing.
No, it is.
All right.
It isn't a thing.
Let me elaborate. Okay.
No. Hold on.
Hold on. Because this motherfucker about to pour some fucking sand and dust and some rocks on top of.
Hold on.
Let me. Before you even say anything.
Okay, go.
It's not about lying, right?
Yes, it is.
It's about painting a picture.
Wow. Okay.
It's about painting
You just
this.
painting
Painting a picture.
Prove my point even more.
No,
Anyway,
because I'm not gonna lie.
Let me talk
You
about it,
have
bro.
to manifest this shit though at some degree, right?
Okay,
You have to paint.
I agree.
You have to paint some. I'm saying like.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Come on, man.
Because
Don't shoot everybody right now.
No, I'm not. I'm not
shooting.
about to
get.
No.
Yeah. I already know. Go ahead.
Okay. Because if you're
say your piece.
If you're in another city or another place, yes, you have to paint the picture of this, that, to get what you want, which is sex. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But because I live this Vegas life, it's already like you're in Vegas to have fun. Like it's already.
I mean, there's not really a lot of. You don't have to embellish too much.
You don't have to. The whole city is a lie. That's not New York. That's not the Venetian. That's, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Everything is a lie.
That's a good observation.
You know what I'm saying? Like so that.
I didn't even think about that.
So that's why I love. I love.
You said I love it here. That's why.
That's why I love it here because it's so with the girls that I met were one.
Be like, girl, we're going to Paris.
Exactly.
We're going down the street. Literally on Flamingo, right down the street.
Exactly. So you don't.
We're going to Chinatown,
You don't
baby.
have to. I mean. It is what it is, but if you're like in a regular city, if you're in fucking whatever the fuck,
true.
How you gonna get them draws? You know what I'm saying? You gotta be like, hey, baby, I'm with you. Like,
I feel bad for some of those guys out there, man. You be in Wisconsin or Alabama, man. What's going out on there?
You know, so with that being said, and that's why I love this. That's why I rep.
It's all about Vegas life, though.
That's why I rep Vegas life, and I love this shit so much because I'm just a regular motherfucker from
a real life city boy.
You know what I'm saying? No, but I moved.
She want to pull that city boy, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not really from the city.
But what about
I'm from Cali.
When they talk about city girl, you know, it's all toxic shit.
What? I'm trying to understand.
Because she keeps saying city boy. I was like, she know about that.
Oh yeah. So what about?
She know about it.
I mean. Like
she know about it.
Yeah, I just lost my train of thought. What was
okay, so you were saying
I lost it.
These guys lie, not us, because we don't lie. We don't.
You know what?
We don't cap.
No.
You know what's funny is that it's just like they put on a show.
Everybody lies. This is the thing.
But we gotta be exciting though, right?
Everybody lies.
Women don't want no boring shit though.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
No, definitely. I'm not saying be boring.
So
we have to, you paint the picture.
So
right,
just
a tad bit. That's the difference between like keeping me on my toes because you're gonna plan a spontaneous date and popping out with 3 kids.
Oh no!
By the way, I got 3 kids. And,
that's really a double life at that point.
Right,
that's some Jerry Springer shit. Yeah. No, I get it.
It's funny for me because like I lie all the time.
Hold on. Stop the music for 1 second. Did this guy have 3 kids?
No.
No.
The song. No, I got 2.
No.
Okay. I was about to say this song is. I can't wait to hear this shit. No.
Oh yeah. So anyways, back to your story. So you wanted something more, right? And
she was like, "Fuck."
You didn't.
Well, he just didn't. You know that saying where it's like he just didn't give what it was supposed to give.
Can I ask you? Okay. Age range, was it 25 to 35 or younger than?
No, we were both young. We were both like.
Oh, okay. So you gotta understand.
That explains everything.
You gotta understand this.
You gotta explain.
You gotta understand this with that guy. Young guys.
Useless.
No.
When I was fucking 22, I was doing dumb shit.
I will say in Las Vegas, a lot of older guys are still on that too, but it's different.
No, absolutely.
I would say this. They are. There's some that are so what's the word? Delusional.
Right.
That is just like, bro, like you have to understand where your lane is. You know what I'm saying? You're not 22 no more.
I think that like money equals like
No, absolutely.
everything. Like there's guys who will be like, oh, well, like, why don't you want to be my side chick? I'll spoil you. And I'm like, I don't want to be a side chick.
Because
Like,
you ugly. I'm just kidding. Because you're boring as fuck.
I don't want that position. No
So,
thanks.
like, this guy, right? He's a young guy.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to give a name or an age. We're just saying he's young.
Right.
Okay? Roughly around your age range.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the song, okay, give us a little bit of lowdown of, like, because this seemed like it was like a recent. Was it recent? No, this is
wait. So song's called No Strings or Strings?
No.
Strings.
Strings, and then the
Strings.
song is about the strings attached.
The strings
and how
attached,
I want them.
and then they
how you want to
get-
cut him off because he's not giving you what
Alright.
you want.
Yes.
We getting there.
That's a good song.
We get into the nitty
That's a
gritty
good
right
song. I mean, yeah,
now. Yeah,
that's. A
I
good
like
song.
that. So like this guy like basically like low key like broke your heart in a sense. You were like, oh, I really like this guy. I love
At the
him.
time, yeah.
Huh.
You know how it's funny when you make music, you'll look back and be like, damn, I really was like simping over that. But
like
you
how
have
you
to
said that.
realize,
I like how you said that.
that's really how I felt though in
Yeah.
that moment. So
Right,
I
It's
have to
genuine.
respect that, you know?
It's genuine love.
Yeah.
At that young love.
Right, like at that point,
yeah.
I'm like, man, I learned so much from that. So at least I can respect
Yeah.
that, you know?
I like how you said that. You know what I'm saying? You're just like simping on like this little shit, and then
Yeah.
then sometimes like when I get in arguments or different like stuff with people, I'm like, this is so simple. Like the fuck, like
Right.
why were we just
What are we really
Yo.
fighting about?
what are we? And then, but at the time you were like, oh, I can't believe this shit. But you were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
that big.
Yeah,
of a deal.
nah. When I found out what the acronym of that
Of what?
simp.
There's an acronym?
Yes.
I didn't
I
know.
didn't know that.
I didn't-
Simp is an
What's the
acronym.
simp?
for
Really?
something.
Go ahead, bust it
I'm-
down,
I didn't know
kid. I didn't know.
I can't think of it right this
Wow,
second,
this nigga's capping. He's capping. What the fuck?
No, but we got a lady on the show. You know what I'm saying? We got a little, be like,
I don't know what you're
nice,
talking
you know
about.
what I'm saying? We can't be too crazy, but the point of the matter is, simp is a fucking term that is fucking wild to me. I'm like, yo, when I hear that shit,
it's very
I'm like,
simple.
no, I know, but like the acronym to it, I was like, all right, this is why they
What
made
the
this
fuck
shit
is the
up.
acronym? Is the
Just Google it. Just Google it.
Wow,
Just
we
Google
have
it.
you right here to
That's
fucking
what I'm
tell us.
saying. Just Google
You're
it.
being an ass
for,
right
for
now.
everybody out there, Google that shit. Just Google
I don't
that shit.
understand.
But so you were simping after this guy, and then you made this song.
Yeah.
Give us a little bit of a taste, because we did difference. So let's do a little bit of strings. Well,
What do you mean?
some of the lyrics of the
Oh, yeah.
song.
What's
the
it
song? Kind of break down.
Like the first
Just-
verse is like, you call me beautiful and you call me baby, you know?
Okay.
And I give you like what you're looking for, but then you leave me feeling crazy.
I mean, that's not.
That's what it says.
I mean, that's not really a lie.
Right.
I mean,
like they're about to.
This is what I'm talking. So when
I knew that's what he wanted, but at the same time, like I had better.
But that's
hopes
not.
and expectations.
But that's not really a lie. You think because I have homies. You know what I'm saying? I have homies that are.
Wait.
They will tell a
Yeah.
girl anything. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I want to
Yeah.
marry you. I want to have you like
Yeah.
all kinds of like crazy shit. You know. what I
what's
mean?
so funny when the motherfucker at the club, right? I'm going back to the club life, right?
Yeah.
When motherfucker be like, "Yo, I love you," and shit, like they just throw that
so quick.
like so like nonchalantly. In the
Yeah.
club.
Right.
God, I love you.
I mean, so
Like, bro, you just
Cringe.
you got her 2 shots, and now you're in.
I feel
Yeah.
I feel that
that shit
statement.
gives me the ick though.
Like I'm like, bro, no.
I feel just the general statement, like, oh, I love you. Like, it's just kind of like a general statement. You know what I'm saying? And let me.
Like how they put it in that context, but like, bro, you simping. Stop.
No, absolutely.
Stop.
But I feel the same way. I feel the same way when like, and I'm gonna take it to like
Let's go.
another little subject. It's like when somebody you just met, and then it's like a homie or something, or not, or a guy. You know what I'm saying, or like a female, whatever the fuck. And it's like, oh my God, you're like my brother, or like you know what I'm saying, we're family, or like, blah blah. Blah. I'm like, I just.
Yo, that's a good observation
Yeah,
because like
that's
when
so
motherfuckers be
true.
like, "What up, bro?" Like,
Best friend.
like I just met you like literally 30 minutes ago,
Yeah.
and
Saying, like,
you're like,
family,
"Man,
bro."
I would do anything for you." Like motherfuckers do that shit, I'd be like,
I'm like,
"What the
whoa,
fuck is
bro.
wrong with you?"
Also kind of weird though because I feel like a lot of people in Vegas use it as like they try to throw your name around for clout almost.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See where
exactly.
the ground.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so every time I
Relax.
hear that,
Relax, bro.
Chill.
every time
We
I
just
hear it,
met
I'm just
30
kind of like,
minutes ago.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like I don't want to do that because I genuinely liked you up until this moment.
Right.
Like,
Why'd you have to take it there?
but oh my god, it's just fucked up. Like it's like I genuinely liked you up until this moment, and you said this shit. And now I'm like,
Randomly.
You had to do that.
I'm like, but I don't want to be.
But
I don't want to.
I'm
Like,
not gonna lie. Half the time they super lit as fuck though.
No, I know, but
they get into that emotional state.
so you gotta take that into account. It's
Yeah.
like because you gotta take that because you genuinely do. People genuinely feel that way when you know what I'm saying when you're just like lit, like oh my god, I met you for like fucking 30 minutes, but I feel like I love you. Like you're fucking like I do understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I do get
But some
that.
people are those types of drunks where they're like,
Yeah.
I do
love
get
my
that.
life, I love my friends, I love everybody here.
I do
Yo,
get that.
once you get in that loop, that hole, right? You
Right.
be in that drunk hole, like
Yeah.
you be like,
Yeah,
damn,
no, you're
I love
right,
you,
you're
bro. I love you. Da, da, da.
Right.
Yo,
It's
I
different.
got a quick question. All right. So after you made the song, right, straight. How soon did you like drunk dial this guy? I know you
that's
drunk
a
dial
good
or
question.
texted this guy.
No.
Did you ever like follow up with this guy after you cut it? Like you cut the strings? Ooh,
Oh,
how I did
like
that?
how you did that. I like how you did
I was
that.
After you cut
He's
the
done this before.
strings,
Right.
the ending.
Yeah.
How soon after did you go ahead and drunk
I
dial
would say,
or text?
so I
Was
wrote
it like
that
3
song,
months, 4 months?
and then like probably produced it like a couple months later, right? Released it,
Uh-huh.
and then we didn't talk for like years.
Okay.
It was like in 2019, and then
Wow.
he actually hit me up in 2021.
Oh.
After I was like out here in the industry doing things, you,
All
know,
right.
you know how they are.
And
You
so
know how
is-
they are.
is this-
you post a pic on your story, and then
Is this a
After-
guy from Reno or just?
Is-
yeah,
this-
we know
okay,
Tahoe,
Okay.
yeah.
So this was a relationship not in Vegas. This was out in
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
this makes it even more spicy.
Right. So then I came out
Like, oh,
here and I
shit.
started like kind of blowing up a little bit more. And as soon as he saw that, he followed me, hit me up, all this and that and the other. Hey, can I come see you in Vegas?
Oh, so he
Right.
said, "Hey, what's up, girl?"
Mm-hmm.
About 2 years later.
Yeah.
Did you show him the song?
Oh, I'm sure he's seen it.
Right.
Oh shit! Oh, I already know. This one is like this song is about me.
He probably knows. Yeah.
Well, if you seeing this right now, man, shout out to you, man. You
Right.
fucked up.
So with this guy, so it's like, what's your like status with him right now? Like, what's the? Is he still a
No.
guy that's?
Look,
He
stop.
follows me on Instagram.
Yeah, the guys are gonna do that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man. We
But
already
we
know.
don't talk.
That's funny.
Right.
But yeah, it you know, and now as we are sitting here on this beautiful white whatever this is. Is this
off-white.
Is this
Off-white.
off-white
It's off-white.
vinyl leather pleather?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? You know, we chilling, we drinking tequila.
Yeah.
Just chilling. It's a dope song. You know what I'm saying? We got different. We got string.
Yeah.
We getting lit.
I like it.
I'm glad you came out.
Me too. Thanks for having me.
We're like looking for, or I would say looking, we're scouting out for co-hosts and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
put it out there in the mix.
As you can see, you know we're.
I think the chemistry is good though. I'm feeling it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to that.
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Cheers.
Yes. I mean, I think we definitely have a lot in common, especially here in Vegas, the Vegas life, being in the nightlife and the music industry. Like, it's a
No,
jump.
definitely.
It's a good jump.
So how about this? What is your goal for music?
Yeah.
I think I just want to put something out that I love, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, I don't know, this kind of like full circle ties back to like the
Yeah.
people that I love, right?
Right.
So like, for example, Kehlani, the reason I love her music and like, I mean, obviously she's a dope ass person, right?
Yeah.
But aside from that, like if you really listen to her interviews and what she writes about, it's like her journey of like becoming a woman that she genuinely loves.
Yeah.
And I really fuck with that because
Yeah.
like I feel like that's something that not a lot of people write about or anything like that. But I feel like that ties back to like why I make the music and everything
Right.
like that, right? I want to put something out that I genuinely love because I like who I am. You know what I'm saying? I want
exactly.
people to see like
Exactly. It's real shit.
what I got to put out. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I want to make sure it's
Right.
perfect. You know?
Yeah.
So.
And
I mean, nothing's perfect. But
yeah. No,
I mean,
that's real.
That is real. Nothing is perfect. It's
So let me
work in
say
progress.
this, as you know what I'm saying, as an artist, or as you know what I'm saying, somebody, on this path and this journey. The reason why I do this and I continue to do this is because of what you just said. You know what I'm saying? There's other people that feel the same way, and I just want to express my life, what I'm going through. And then one thing that's so great about the culture now, or the technology that we have now, is that it's direct to consumer. Like
Right.
it's direct. You can literally
Insane.
You can exactly. We
Yeah.
we didn't have this in the past. You know what I mean? Like now, and that's why I'm so hyped up about it. Because like we could literally do whatever we want to do and just put it out and just be true
Right.
to ourselves and just tell our stories and just live our life, because that's what it's really all about. And then so like I just love making music, and I just love connecting with other dope creatives that are still in this Vegas, that know about this Vegas lifestyle. So the reason why I feel like my music hasn't really touched the masses is because what I talk about is very specific to this Vegas lifestyle. So if you're not living it or you're not doing it, you don't really get it. Like you just don't.
Yeah.
And
it's very niche.
yeah, it is very niche.
It's very niche,
and I'm cool with that. And
that's
cool with
okay,
that.
man.
And I'm cool with that because this is what
That's what you like.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah.
That's what
A lot of LA artists do LA music. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A lot of New York guys that do New York music.
Exactly.
So it's like you're not gonna listen. You're not gonna hear everybody.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Unless you're gonna do like a commercial track or something that's related
Right.
to the masses or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean it's true to you. You know what I'm saying? Like stay true to you. That's the most important thing, regardless of when you leave this world or whatever. That mark, it's like, yo, I was true to myself to the fullest. You always got to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I like the fact that you mentioned that, like, you went back and reverse engineer. It's like, why am I doing the music? It's because of X, Y, Z. I want to be able to connect with people that honestly get that feeling that I'm feeling at the time, and that's always genuine. It's always being genuine to yourself, and then delivering that message, and then other people feeling that. Because like a lot of times, like when you hear, you'll hear like stuff that's popular. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely gonna be hype. It's gonna have that energy or whatever. But it's like you want to hear also the more genuine stuff that people can kind of relate to. It's like it touches their soul. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my favorite, I would say like R&B singers or artists, I would say it's like Alicia Keys. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like Alicia Keys, man, like when she like does her stuff, man, her albums are always like from front to back. It's always like produced well, and it's just when you hear her, you can almost like feel the soul in that. You know what I'm saying? Like talking about like just in the last 15 year or 20 year like artist wise, if we go back in time, there's so many other R&B singers I could mention, but that's one that I could think of. Like when I hear her, like she just did a track with Kanye West or whatever, and who?
Fivio?
No, four and five, whatever. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, that's like some like
Right.
soulful, but it was like more poppy on that. It's still kind of hit, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'll have old heads that are hip hop heads. They'll be like, oh yeah, that joint goes. You know what I'm saying? So this is like certain artists that can transpose that and be able to do something dope like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard to do it. It's hard, and that's why it's like I was asking you. It's like why? What is the reason why you're doing music? So if you stay to that, man, it's just a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? I always see that. It's a matter of time.
So let me ask you this before we go and stuff like that. What you know what I'm saying, as who you are and stuff like that, what are the type of stuff that you are attracted to?
Like for music?
Music, topics.
We're about to go into it.
What?
That is so generic that you could be like, oh, track.
I mean, yeah.
Go ahead.
Because anything.
Tall, dark, and handsome.
But that could be into music.
I mean, I feel like it kind of directly ties back to like what you were saying earlier about like industry, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all about energy.
Energy. So energy is a big thing.
Definitely. Like, I feel like that's how I feel everything out.
Vibes.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
the
they're
vibes.
definitely vibes.
That is so.
No, definitely vibes.
You know,
True, though.
I have a torn feeling about that word, vibes.
What?
Right.
Because I feel like that's so fucking generic sometimes. With some girls that say, "Oh, it's all about the vibe."
Right.
You know where I can
what, it
take
is.
that though? Like,
It
is
is,
this
but it's
motherfucker
not.
got money though? Like,
No. It is, but
I
it's
feel
not.
like
You know what I'm
energy
saying?
vibes is a little bit different.
Let me see
though,
his shoes.
No, it is. It is, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? It is, but it's not because. Yeah, it's generic. You could just say good vibes and stuff, but when you
It's
feel
code
it.
word.
But you know,
I feel like there's a
Code
difference
word
between
shit.
vibe and energy though, because you could be like, oh yeah, they have a good a good vibe. I mean, but if their energy is like they have a like driving
Dark.
energy or
Dark.
like a dark energy,
Yeah.
like that's very like. You know,
You can tell,
you
right.
can kind of. I guess it's like what people are about. You know,
Right.
like when you meet people out here,
Right.
especially like you can tell like what their priorities are
Yeah.
based on how they talk. So.
right.
To
So,
me,
let me ask this.
I'm
It's-
torn on that though.
Right.
I'm torn on that term because it's like when girls just throw that shit out there. I'm like,
Like what?
I
when they
see
say
how you-
vibes,
yeah,
it's all about
because
the
it's just generic.
vibes.
Yeah.
And then I look at him, it's like, you capping. It's like how much money this motherfucker got.
No,
like, you know what I'm
see,
saying?
the thing
Or
is,
like
no, I don't
how
think-
big
I
his
feel like-
dick is or some bullshit like that.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
see.
I gotta be like, what the fuck does that have to do with vibes? Because what you just described is like an energy, like if they have a good intent in their heart versus a bad intent, right?
Right.
So you can kind of tell like off the jump. Oh, I could say this person has a good vibe, and that your definition is congruent with what the word vibe is. But like most of the time when girls say it, I'm like, stop.
No,
like, you don't even know what that
the
means.
thing is, like,
Yeah.
I kind of disagreed with you, but then I thought
Yeah.
about I thought about the perspective of it. It just depends on who you who the
Yeah,
peop-
yeah.
who the
Case
people
to
But like I get
Yes.
annoyed by it because I'm like,
because you said girls generally, you know what I mean, but
and even guys too.
people
Like some guys.
pe-
I'm like,
people in general. But then at the end of the day, it's still who you decide to acknowledge.
Right.
True.
So right now you're
That's true.
acknowledging those
True.
people. You know what I'm saying? Those people, because now that I think about it, like, yeah, you're right. There are people that are just about this, and this.
it's
But-
annoying.
So yeah. So
Definitely
Yeah.
but when you
because because he's an artist, you're an artist. I see myself as also being
You're a DJ,
in the
you're an artist.
world, but I also in the artistry world. You know what I'm saying? I can relate to it. So when someone is like genuinely saying, "Oh, this is what it is," it's very, like I said, it is aligned what that word goes. You know, what is the intent of that word versus when certain people, guy or girl, I'm not just gonna single out women, but like guy or girl, when they say that shit, I'm like, bro, come on, like elaborate, because
You want
I already
more
know, because
specific,
like when I'm talking to certain people, I'd be like, you don't know what that means. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is elaborate to me? Because it's very generic what you're
Right.
saying. The way you're saying it and the context you're doing it is just like I already know that you mean like it's a almost like code for something else. You know what I'm saying? So I like that the way you elaborated. I was like, yo, that's exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? The energy, the flow of you could sit with somebody, have a conversation in 30 seconds, and be like, oh, this person's not have a good heart, or this person has a beautiful heart,
Right.
a good soul. You know what I'm saying? You can't really say anything bad about them. So that's what I'm saying.
No,
Go ahead.
I'm glad you brought that up. I really got to go to the bathroom, but you know what I mean.
gotta
This
pee.
interview's been going
but-
for a minute.
But
Hey,
I want to say
tap
this
you
though.
up. You're a sport, man. Because
Okay, so
I
I want to say this. It's like how you said, like, yeah, when you sit with them, you just kind of get, you know what I'm saying? You know more about a person once you sit with them and do something with them. So me, before, it was basketball. Like I'm a hooper. You know what I'm saying? I play basketball. So I could tell a person by the way I play basketball with them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so it's just like so that's one asset, but you know what I mean, I'm not gonna be a professional basketball player, you know, that's already gone. You know, that's not ever gonna happen. But
You never know.
so yeah. So
Hey,
so,
look at no.
but the next thing besides basketball is music.
Look at J. Cole.
So exactly. So but the next thing is music.
Right.
So now I took what I learned, and I learned a lot from basketball. You know, I parallel basketball to life, but now I took that to studio and creating music. So now with me, the way I not judge people, but like I just get a feel of people is like, if if we get in the studio and create music, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
me, and like I had told you, or I'm saying like, I had stopped the nightlife shit, and I hold myself up. The last 5 years, I just been a studio rat. So like everything studio, like that's what I do. So like now for me, it's just really like, if we're gonna go create a track or create something, like what's that vibe like? You know what I mean? And I could just tell the certain, you know what I'm saying?
It's a different language.
It
like,
is.
It's honestly like you can like from one artist to the next. Like what I peep is like off the jump, and this might be a kind of hypocritical, but like we were talking about like, oh, when you meet somebody, they off the jump say I love you, or like oh what's up, bro? Like besides that fake kind of thing, but like when you're an artist, right? Another artist kind of peeps another artist,
Right.
And it's almost like a magnetic thing.
Right,
It's
right.
it's different with
Right.
that.
Absolutely.
It's a different echelon like level of knowing,
Right.
Versus because it takes a whole lifetime to really put a lot of art out
Right.
there. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell when someone's been gone through like a lot of things.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So like, if you go into a mix, right? Like for example, when the studio was open on that side, like you'll meet somebody off rip and be like, I can tell right off the bat
Exactly.
if I'm gonna gel with them. And a lot of times, like when you're in the industry,
Yeah.
a lot of artists, bigger artists, will know right off the jump if it's gonna work or not.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
So with that being said, on me having the studio and me working with different artists, so I would work with artists who had like a hit in like 2003, like you know what I'm saying,
Right.
And now they're meeting me and like they have not done nothing, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
but they've been in the industry, they have a hit, or just artists who have had a hit in fucking 95, or you know what I'm saying, like just you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
I've been in the studio with those artists, right?
Right.
But then when we're in the studio, I could tell right away. You know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I could tell right away because it just, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, it was
There's
just
a
like,
chemistry there.
There's a chemistry because you've been in the industry, you know what you're doing, blah, 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 just because you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like making music and putting out music is two different things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So me being able to see that, like, oh, that's dope. Like you had a hit back in the day, and then now it's fucking 2020 or whatever the fuck, and we're just right back at it.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
it just, and I noticed that because I work with a lot of different artwork from, you know what I'm saying, different artists, so I could tell the different vibes of different artists. You know what I mean? So my goal is just to be able to just keep creating and playing with dope artists.